Hello there folks, this is Ferengi on board. Welcome to my YouTube channel again, a place where I discuss different topics on spirituality, deep introspection, dream interpretation and other topics that people might find some difficulty in answering, while also reminding them that what I provide is part of my own experience and part of my own sources that I have come across. And well, the point about everything that I share is that it shouldn't actually, no one should actually rush to actually take it into account as is. Okay, always take it with a grain of salt. Now, the topic of today, and I'm actually feeling a bit funny today because this second video about my video game, I've started exactly at 5:55, which is an hour of creation and innovative ideas in a way. The point about this is that I don't seek to start videos or doing things at specific hours. It's just that I happen to notice them at that time. Now the purpose of this video will be diving deeper into the skill system that I have, well, the 3 skills that I have been working to achieve and create. And although their creation is not fully fulfilled, now at least I have a 4th skill that I am going to start, and it's called Crippling Arrow Restoration. Okay, so let's call it here Crippling Arrow Resto. Okay, restoration. Crippling Arrow Restoration. Alright. No, leave the full name. Okay, let's take this and copy, and let's add this as an effect in here so that I can actually read it in here. And let's see how we actually introduce this in the game. Of course, the skills are not yet connected with all the components of the game yet, but I'm interested in at least finalizing this character, a ranger who has 2, 4, 5 skills. So I still need to create one last skill, and then I need to create her passive, or well, preferably called her trait. Okay, so Crippling Arrow Restoration. Good. Now Crippling Arrow Restoration, and let's see, let's take this and call it this one as well, because Crippling Arrow Restoration. Okay, so Crippling Arrow Restoration only usable while owning, well, actually not owning, while having a live animal companion. While having a live companion. While your animal companion is alive. Okay, good. So the point about this skill, okay, just like in the case of others, okay, let's see how we actually put it into use with scripts and, well, not necessarily scripts. So let's see. So only while the companion is alive, and there are 3 animal companions, okay, which means that these actually have each one switch and only one can actually be active. So now that I'm gonna actually take this seriously into account, I need to go into some of the, no, it's actually in companion attacks. Okay, and the companion, when they would attack, okay, they have this situation in which Power of the Wild is on and the situation in which it's off. Okay, now I need to create a separate switch. Okay, control switches. Let's see, where was I actually with the switches? I think around here, 3000. Player illusion replica. metamorph. Okay, these are some other things. Game functionality. Okay, so we have um, crippling arrow restoration. Yes, it's gonna be, I bet it's gonna be wider than that, but okay. So crippling arrow restoration. Okay, so this is not a buff. Okay, it's just a basic attack that can be used. Okay, so as it actually can be used, so we have this one. Okay, now I can actually take this one from here. I can actually take this one from here and put it in here. And when companion declares an attack again, I need to be taking into account a situation. Okay, so Fire of the Wild is on, and we actually need to take into account if this switch is on, crippling arrow restoration is on. Okay, now we also have to add this one as an off. Okay, because everything in here takes place when all the possible buffs and debuffs to the companions are disabled. Okay, when none of them are applied technically. So all these conditions I have to add in here as well, and these will result in the damage being the same. Okay, now when crippling arrow restoration is on, okay, I basically need nothing else than something like this. So point at the right common event, okay, I don't think I need this one, which will be crippling arrow restoration. Okay, and crippling arrow restoration will be 4 to 9. Okay, and the other event is 406 core value changer. Okay, so core value changer, I don't need this because the companion doesn't get any buff, so I don't need this one. Okay, so I can delete this one from the companion attack. Okay, I can actually remove this one from here. Okay, okay. I think that for each of these spare lines there is space that's being consumed in there, so let's actually leave a single line in here so that it's gonna take less space in the JSON files, in the object creation, okay, of the file, because basically everything that you create in here, it's represented by some intricate structures in the JSON files, and considering my game project is so huge, the point is, well, it's actually really cramped, and I'm actually having quite a problem with saving at times. I've had some recent crashes and I really don't want any other ones. Okay, so it was added in here, it was added in here. So what's the effect? Only usable while owning a companion. Okay, so while owning a companion, I already have this in here. I just need to copy this and create here a conditional branch, go to script and put it in here. Okay, so these are the 3 switches. Only one of these needs to be true, and well, only one can be true anyways. In case a companion is alive, any one other companion cannot be used. Okay, now this Let's see how we made this one. Okay, so let's see. This is gonna be just an attack, so I'm not gonna be needing much. Okay, so in the case of this one, and reserve common, okay, 4 to 8. Good. This one I don't think I actually added a switch. Okay, so I added a switch. Oh yes, I actually need the switches because I need to have them represented. Okay, so I don't need an else branch. Okay, so an else branch is not needed because this skill can naturally be cast with a live companion. No duration. Therefore no checking needed. Alright, so we have crippling restoration on. Okay, and let's add in here a script, game temp dot what was it? Oh yes, reserve common event, what was it? 430. Okay, this skills application. Okay, so now in the effect application, I don't need to know why I actually put this one in here. Yeah, just leave it like that, yes. So, well, I could copy paste some stuff. Let's actually not necessarily do that. And so the condition for a companion is actually triggered in here, and what we need is actually a conditional branch that will actually check whether this one is on. Okay, and this one is switch 3085. Okay, so we somewhere around here at the end there will be a game switches dot set value 3085. Okay, we'll set it to false. Okay, close this event after skill activation. Good. Effect application, we have it in here. Okay, I'm gonna take this one now, I'll put it in here. Okay, so let's see, the debuff counter was 295. Okay, so let's actually add here a close this event. Okay, so that I have some color so that I can easily differentiate through them. Okay, so now we need to check 295 in here. Debuff counter on player has to be smaller than 4. Okay, and also check, let me see, if it is higher than 4, we're gonna higher or equal to 4 actually. we're gonna put this into the else. Let's go in here. Wait, I generally forget this. Clear gap. Okay, and we gonna wait. I only copied those. Okay, so in here we actually put this here. Let's put the magical commands. If player has 4 debuffs already, none can be applied. Buffs can be applied if target has less than 4. Okay, now this is something that I'm gonna need to add again, because this is gonna be for the first situation, and I need to check another one time because I actually have 2 situations. Okay, let's actually see, because I have how I have done situations in here. I have done Power of the Wild, yes. Crippling arrow will trigger here. Okay, and enemy attack. Oh wait, the previous skill didn't include your attacking. Okay, so the previous skill only included okay. Okay, so I will join in a game. Okay, let's actually finish the skill real quick because it shouldn't be much of a challenge. Okay, like I kind of have a general idea. Okay, so at least the skeletal part. Okay, so compared to the other one, okay, this one will have 2 triggers. So it's gonna be just like the previous one. It's gonna have 2 checks. Okay, the other one also applies 2 conditions. Okay, and for every condition situation, okay, every time a condition would be applied, wait, we need to check if the target already has 4 or more, because you cannot apply any more through that. Okay, good. Okay, so the first condition theoretically will be, I don't know, let's actually take into account the pets attack, and for the companion attack, actually it's gonna go through all this coding in here to check all the hit chances and player evasion and everything like that, and then from there it comes in here. Okay, so in here when it comes, the attack is a hit. Okay, so next attack of companion has 66 chances to apply poison. Okay, so I need to go in here and actually take special apply chance 1, yes, which I will put in here. So calculate chances of companions condition application. Okay, so it's 1955. Okay, good. Now we're gonna go to 1955 in here, and let's actually build the chances. So apply chances. Okay, wait, what? Oh, okay, good thing I didn't do anything. Okay, variable, this one, if, so we have a what, 66 chances. So if it is smaller or equal to 66, which means, hey, there are indeed 66% chances. Okay, I don't need a else branch, you know, in case it doesn't apply. If it doesn't apply, there's no special condition, it just doesn't apply. Okay, Good. So let's actually check companion attacks and enemy attack hit or miss. This one should also lead in here and should exactly be like that. Okay. That's gonna be an event that I'm gonna create some other day because it's gonna be a lengthy one as well. So let's see, we have 66% chances. Okay, if it is 66% chances, then what condition was it here? Okay, so poison was successfully applied. Well, actually not was, is successfully applied. Okay, so if it is already successfully applied, let's actually see an animation here, although I kind of have okay, let's see. Let's actually leave this one because it looks okay. 152. Good. So poison successfully applied. Okay. Let's create a player step animation. So game player dot what was the name? Oh yes, step anime equals true. Okay. This dot weight 20, and we copy this one and paste it false. So basically the player does a step. That's what in here to have a minor animation. Okay, now we add the game player dot request animation because I want that animation to be played, and we have request animation 152. Okay, which I called virus infection thanks to Cursed Games and their animation pack. It was actually a great the best 15 euros I could actually spend, but again it depends whether players would actually feel the need to use that or not. My games are made in such a way that they can actually easily 1818. Okay, my games are made in such a way that they can easily accommodate themselves with any resource that I need to add. So we have this dot set weight mode. Okay, and we have animation in here because I want this to actually wait. What I also want to do is I want to add a script in which game variable dot game variables, okay, dot set value 195, which is a value that I use for randomizations. This one will be okay, so it's gonna be math dot floor because I want to know decimals in the end number, math dot random, which creates a number at random from 0 inclusive to 1 exclusive. So I want 5 possibilities from 1 to 5. Okay, and depending on these 5 situations the player will show something or not. So let's say you're applied poison. What could you actually show? Well, you could actually show a anger, or let's say cobweb, an anger, and an exclamation mark, and a silence. Okay, good, 4 situations. So we have if game variables dot value 195 equals 1. Okay, then we have game player dot request balloon. Okay, and request balloon will be 0 because 0 equals it equals exclamation. This dot set weight mode balloon. Good. Let's actually leave it like this. Okay, let's see. Next one is gonna be, if the value is 3, for example, we're gonna show a balloon that's gonna be 4, and this one's gonna be anger. Okay, and if the result's gonna be 4, well, I don't have much space in here, so why not actually remove these. Okay, so random, we create a script in which we put this. If it is 4, then we're gonna show a 6, and 6 is gonna be cobweb, because it's the 7th balloon. And if the value is 5, then we get a beautiful silence. Okay, and the balloon needs to be 7. Good. And if the value happens to be 2, the player won't show anything. Okay, so randomizer variable. Okay, player response response through random results. Good. Now it's gonna have this, and virus infection. Yes, wait, actually let's put this one in here, and after it happens, let's have set wait. Okay, so we have this dot wait 1 second actually, because 60 frames equal 1 second. Okay, and then this is nothing else than some kind of fluff. Okay, so we have poison is successfully applied. Good. Now we need to check if no more scripts. Okay, let's do it fast. If actor Nora the Pure is in the party, should I actually bother with this? No, directly. If Nora is affected by wait, what does this one apply? So it applies poison. Okay, so we have, if Nora is affected by poison. Okay, good. So companions condition application. Good. Let's put it on 2 rounds. Okay, so we have, if she's affected by personal battle system poisoned. Okay, else right, else if she's not, well, there is no such option, but I actually don't need to have this one. Else the condition will simply be applied. Okay, so if Nora the Pure is affected by the poison condition already, and the big condition is she doesn't have 4 conditions already, then okay, as the rules go, extend poison duration by 1. So irrespective of how much poison you have and how lengthier poisons you apply on a target, it only extends the duration by 1 if they already have it. I don't want condition spamming to be that harsh, at least not now. So extend poison duration by 1. Good. Now let's actually go to control variables, and it should be exactly in here. Okay, we extend the duration by 1, and this one, it says that has chances to apply poison 1. Okay, so if she doesn't have poison, the duration is set to 1. Okay, and in the case of this skill, this skill actually has a set in here. It's not, and actually +2 is not wrong either, because she doesn't have it and it's gonna be 0 and 2. Leave it actually to set. Set instead of addition. It's not wrong to have it as add as well, but I don't know what I may change. It's gonna be poison applied just for 2 rounds, not for +2 rounds. If I want to make the duration stacking, I just have to make +2 in here, but honestly I really don't want to make the duration stacking, because I don't know, I don't want to be condition damage heavy. Okay, I don't want these to be so harsh on the player and literally on the enemies as well. So it's just a fresh application of the conditions, and the stun condition in here simply does not stack. Okay, so it doesn't need to be +1 in here, it just needs to be simply set, which is easier in terms of code because it just sets its value to 1. Okay, so we have this one applied. Okay, okay, so it is +1, else the condition is apply. Okay, no poison, so apply it. Okay, so it says poison 1. Good. Poison 1 is gonna be set to 1, and first and foremost we also need change state. Nora the pure poisoned, PBS poisoned, and these will be removed at the end of turns if the necessary condition is correct. Good. If the next one is Xandara, the protagonist actually, okay, and else branch as well, yes. So we have add. Okay, extend poison duration by 1. No poison, therefore apply it, and we apply it to the correct playable character. Now we need to add the following character, who's Ferengi Kashiringan. If they are affected by poison, the duration is extended by 1, else the correct character is applied with poison and, well, for 1 round. Okay, and then we need to check Sindora, the 4th playable character, and again we have these, and if not poison, then, well, apply it. Good, that's it. The companion doesn't deal additional damage, so this isn't a problem. So let's say the companion actually attacks first. Honestly, it doesn't even matter, like, to a certain extent it doesn't even matter. Let's say for purposes of this skill, companion attacks first, then player. Good. Now we need to see, we have added each of the characters, yes, okay, and then we need to apply the player's attack capacity. Okay, Sindora, good. BPS debuff counter player. Okay, add the player let's see. The player attack the enemy attack condition application, but I think the enemy would have to be here. Attack or miss. I'll have to see how I make them. Okay, so it's gonna be as in this case. It's just gonna be a copy paste. Okay. Let's actually take the also wanted to add some sounds after all. But this is gonna be part of the cosmetization, so it's not that important for now. So as the enemy attack condition application. Okay, good. Okay, let's actually see. We have to check again if they have 4, else it's not gonna apply. And I actually put the else in here, and we need to put this one here. Okay, so let's actually say bleeding, because we actually apply bleeding in here. Okay, and your attack, this attack has 80% chances to apply bleeding to your enemy. So basically the chances are 80, so we need to be below 80 in here. Bleeding, animation, I don't even know which one to choose. Like, actually I think animation, the basic animation 29 arrow special, because it's gonna be a bow special. The character in this situation is gonna be an archer, and well, let's see. So leave 29 in here. It's gonna be arrows special, because that's the name. Okay, so let's see. Wait, we have another script in here where the companion attacks, and we have game map dot events 63, because this one is the event for that represents the companions. Step animation equals true. Okay, this dot weight 20. If you put more weight functions in the same script box, it's not gonna work because everything that you put in a script box is gonna trigger at the same time. Okay, so the animal here makes a step. Let's actually put a place here. So we have a byte. Okay, so we have this one's gonna be for the bird, this one's gonna be for the dog, and the bear will have leave it this one. So now we need to we have the verification, okay, for the animal. One of them needs to be alive, okay, so that this skill triggers. And now based on that we're gonna set which of these sounds are actually gonna be played. So we need to create the sound files. It's gonna be var bird attack sound equals, and we need to create an object whose predefined properties are file name. In case you don't know much about RPG Maker scripting, just use them as I use. And in here we type in between inverted commas the name, just the name, no extension, so it's byte. Okay, make sure it's correctly written. Volume setting, okay, volume is 60 because it's the percentage. Pitch, it's gonna be 150 for the bird, and the pan is gonna be 0 because the pan simply takes into account how much you want something to be heard in the left and or in the right. You want headphone. Okay, so we need 3 objects. We have dog attack sound, which is still gonna be byte, is gonna be still 60. And we also have in here we have the bear attack sound, bear with me. Okay, so we have byte, this one's adjusted. We have byte for the dog, which is gonna be same volume. The pitch is gonna be 80 in here because that's what I decided. And in this situation for the bear it's gonna be below 9. Okay, volume I think let's make it 50 because it's a bit louder than the other one, and the pitch is gonna be just 50. Good. Now that these objects were created, we need to check on each of the live animals. So we need to see if game switches, okay, dot value. Let's actually check if in other places I actually wrote it correctly. This is a variable. I had a situation where I actually wrote game switches and I shouldn't have. I wrote game variables instead of game switches, and that was a bad thing, but at least I corrected that and I saw that in time. So we have game switches dot value 3013 is true. So if the value of the bird companion, okay, if the switch of the bird companion is on, namely this bird companion is alive, we need to call on audio manager, okay, dot audio manager dot set oh wait, what am I doing? Play sound environmental, and in here we need to give it this object to actually play it, and then we close the if. Okay, now is if we need this one, we need to check if bird is alive. Okay, if doggy is alive. Okay, and we need to put this sound object inside, and then we need to make the last check if 3020 is true. Okay, and only one of these three can be true. If bear is alive, bear attack sound in here. Good. We need to set, oh wait, this dot weight 90, I'd say. Okay, these three can be deleted now. So we have here we have animal companion attack step animation, animal companion attack sound based on which is alive. Okay, we have weight, infection, weight, and then the player reacts and the application occurs. Good. Now in this situation, special apply chance. Okay, so the player will launch okay, okay, so game map dot events. Okay, this is gonna be the enemy one. Okay, step anime equals true. Okay, this dot weight 20 frames, and we have false. Okay, now we need var bow arrow loading. Actually, the name is not relevant, but I want to have an idea of what's happening. So the file name of, the name of the file, okay, the audio file to load is bow 4. Okay, it's gonna be sound 60. Oh wait, why do I always call it sound? It's volume. Okay, pitch is gonna be 100 and pan is gonna be 0. Then we have audio manager dot play sound environmental arrow loading. Okay, now this dot wait, because you don't unleash the arrow like instantly. Okay, so we have this one, and then we use this one. Okay, and we'll call this arrow arrow fire, not unloading, arrow fire, and we need to load this object in here, else we get a big error. Okay, we need to wait, and then the player will be played this animation on. Oh yes, I copy pasted that. Okay, it's gonna be played this animation on, and the player, let's say this time, has 8 chances. Okay, so there will be 4 situations in which the player will react with a balloon and 4 situations in which the player won't react. Let's just play with random number generations. Okay, and now we actually have bleeding 2. Okay, so we have bleed 2. If Nora is affected by bleeding, okay, extend bleed duration by 1. Delete. Okay, so extend bleed duration by 1, which actually needs to be done. Good. No bleeding, so apply it. Okay, and we need to apply it for 2 rounds because it says bleeding 2. So Nora the pure, okay, she's selected correctly. Bleeding, okay, and bleeding in here needs to be bleeding, and it's set to 2. Good. Now we copy this one because the attack is successful. If the attack isn't successful, the event won't be reaching here. Okay, so if Sandara is affected by this one, extend bleed duration. No bleeding, so apply it. Okay, bleeding, only the actor's name needs to be changed, else everything will remain according. Ferengi is affected by bleeding, increase bleeding duration by 1, apply to the correct actor, and then we have Sindora, who is affected, extended duration by 1 if she has it. If not, apply to the correct actor, Sindora. Okay, good. Now that we have done this part as well, okay, beyond this part we actually need to carry on with what's left. Check if both applications were successful. So in this situation it's gonna be 66% chances, okay. And after it is applied to everyone, okay, let's add more switches. First condi applied, first condi applied, second condi applied, and with these we also, we also check this ensures that the condition, the companion's condition was applied. Instead of creating a new switch, could we actually do something else like variables? And I have something in here, companion hit chance 1 and 2, and then I set them back to 0. No, just leave it like this, just leave it like this. Some may say that it's not good programming that I add as many global switches and variables as possible. I understand, but I believe some of my situations really require such a thing because I may actually need to check this from other sources as well. So in the end, using pre-existing data, that's gonna be a little challenging. Good, let's see. First condi applied, good. Okay, so we have first condition applied, and we have here, we just, I think, oh wait, here, after Sindora, we have second condition applied. This ensures the enemy's condition was applied. Good. So we have 3086, I guess, and 3087. Good. Check if both were applied successfully. Okay, let's actually make a script in here. Script if game variables dot value wait game switches dot value 3086. Okay, was it 3086? Yep. Equals true, equals true actually, and we copy this one, and it's an AND, so therefore we actually need, wait, what? Connecting, what the heck? I swear my computer is haunted. I mean, not haunted, but I swear it's actually having an awakening of its own, which I really don't mind. So if both of these are true, okay, heal 4 for each. Wait, for each condition applied, heal 4. So this doesn't trigger only if these two are okay. So if either this or this was applied, okay, then trigger. Okay, and in this we actually make another if. Okay, if this one is actually true. Okay, I think this one, okay, if this one is true, okay, okay, let's check the let's see, should I actually heal both the player and the companion, or only the okay, for each condition applied, heal 4 HP. Okay, let's say you both heal 3 HP maybe. Let's think about it. So we have variables. No, leave it as it was, because okay, we heal 4 HP, save, and variables (1963). Okay, so game variables dot set value 1963. Okay, this one's value shall be well, actually it's gonna be itself, so it's gonna be just a value of 1963, okay, plus 4, okay, healing off of one condition, okay, and let's close the if, because that's the case, okay. So for this one, okay, if it is true, we're gonna heal this one. Now in this situation, when you have healing, we need to check something else. If game variables dot value, okay, when you heal, okay, you have to take into account something. If this one's value is greater than this one's value, in this case is the enemy's max HP, okay, we need to set equals this one, okay. So we have set value, wait, this one we don't need. So set value of 1963, we set it back to the maximum HP because we don't want the HP, the healing to go above, you know, the HP to go beyond the maximum HP. That's the whole point. So 63 has 62, okay, the value of 62 is loaded in value 63, okay, and this is gonna be this. So this, and we have this 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Let's copy this one and put this one in here so that I actually have a free space in between. This if starts and ends in here, and this if starts and ends here, okay. And I need to close this big if, the one that starts in here. Missing some of these is actually always, it's always gonna be annoying. Okay, so we need to check the other one. Okay, so in case this one was done, okay, 7. Healing off of the other condition, and check if health higher than max HP. Good. And then in this situation, even if it is not in the same script box, we need to create another script, or we could actually load it in there as I do in bulk activation, but let's not actually do that now. So we have game game switches dot set value, okay, 386 3086 equals false. Okay, close switch of first attack successful. Wait, close switch denoting successful companion condition application, because it doesn't show the successful attack. It is actually due, yes, it is thankfully to an attack, yes, but the point is it is the result of a successful attack, but that is decided in another part. Okay, and we also need here to close switch denoting successful enemy condition application, okay, which is 7. Okay, now we also have the last attack. If both conditions were applied and both attacks, let's actually put this in here because it's kind of stupid, and both attacks therefore successful, also gain regenerate 2. Okay, so check if okay, let's see, this one, okay, add this one in here, and we need here to add any, if any of these is correct, and in this situation both and both. All right, good. So we have this situation which we have to theoretically and practically copy paste in here, but actually I think I can actually make a script box. So these two conditionals aren't actually needed anymore because there is no healing. Wait, if both conditions were applied, yes, this is actually something required in here, and this only happens because I need to check each one in particular, because okay, now we need to go back in time and seek variables settings, the debuff on player and buff counter on enemy, which is 297. Okay, we need to check 297 first to see. If game variables dot value 297, okay, is smaller than 4, okay, smaller strictly than 4, okay, enemy has at most 3 buffs, okay, but actually, you know what, this kind of sucks because I really don't want to use is state affected and such, because I don't know if that is correct. So actually let's make it through conditional branching. Okay, so I'm gonna actually take this part, okay, I'm gonna turn it in here, script, and it's actually AND because I need both of them to be true. Okay, okay, good. Okay, check how many buffs the enemy has already. Alright, if variables 2097 is smaller strictly than 4, okay, and it's gonna be higher or equal to 4, it means nothing can be applied anymore. So I need here this situation, and maximum number of allowable buffs has been reached. Oh wait, leave it like this, just leave it like this. Okay, I don't need to force myself even more. But I can't actually take into account the enemy having a condition. So I need to check the script. Oh, 707, good. Okay, that's spooky a bit. Okay, so PBS buff counter enemy 4. Okay, so bleeding was, we'll write it with a script. I don't know if it is correct. Let's actually wrap this video up. Change state, let's see, not characters, states. Bleeding is 149. So if it is smaller than 4, if enemy has, wait, what? It's not gonna be bleeding, like the fuck? States, not actors. What do you get? Regenerate 2. So the player, the enemy actually gets regenerate. Where did I actually put regenerate? Didn't I actually put it in here? Like what? Oh yes, regenerate. So it's 126. Okay, if enemy has regenerate 126, let's actually write in here. Check validity of this script. Alright, so I think this doesn't actually work, but let's actually put it like this because I want to wrap the video up. Game map dot events 796, okay, is state affected. This is not gonna work. I need to actually create a condition. I need to actually create conditions for that. Actually, I need to create, no, it's not gonna work. If I remember correctly, it's not gonna work. Let's put it in here, game functionality 3. let's actually put the go right down in here. No, actually let's okay, let's seek for meditative dreams state. No, up. Okay, so we have okay, spooky stuff is happening in the computer. Okay, so meditative. If enemy buffed. Okay, we have stealth, cloaked, it's actually cloak called. Okay, have regrowth. We're gonna do this through checking these. Regenerate. Okay, let's actually put these in here as much as possible, because I think I'll actually be using all the slots. So we have regenerate, rejuvenate. Wait, what? So after regenerate we have rejuvenate, armor 1, wait, what? Armor 2. Then we have tough. Wait, what? We have tough in here. Okay, tough hook. Frost shield. We have fire shield. Okay, we have blessed, and we have purified. Then we have the conditions, and the conditions can actually be taken from here. Can actually put them in here. If enemy debuffed, game functionality is gonna be 4. And as usual, okay, so we have anguish, we have burn, we have in flames, we have shield, we have frozen. Oh, 714. Okay, another angel number that I keep seeing. Good. Okay, this one, and then we have entomb. Okay, then we have encased in ice, which can also be a buff. We have a weakness. Okay, we have a bleeding. we have a poisson, poison, and then we have wearied. Okay, good. So if the enemy is actually, if enemy buffed regenerate, okay, this won't work. Okay, so if condition switch regenerate is on, okay, this needs a that, and if this one is off, okay, if enemy already has regeneration, extend duration by 1. No regeneration, then apply it. Good. So if target has regeneration, okay, we increase the variable duration. Crippling arrow restore. We need also the cooldown in here. The cooldown will be set to 5. So in here we need to actually see where the duration $19.50. Okay, oh fuck, condition duration, this has to be no condition enemy. It's gonna be player here. Okay, because these have already been used for player, and I need to actually put here the ones for enemy. Buff duration on enemy, and it's gonna be meditative dream state, it's gonna be stealth, it's gonna be cloak, it's gonna be regrowth, it's gonna be regenerate. Okay, just a little bit and we're done. Rejuvenate. Okay, armor 1. Okay, armor 2. Then we have tough. Frost shield. Okay, fire shield. Okay, so it's more than half. Okay, we have blessed, and we have purified. Delete. Buff duration enemy, and I can only put buff duration player in here. So buff duration enemy is gonna be regenerate 2, because I said it's gonna be regenerate. It's gonna be set actually +1. Okay, extend duration by 1. If no regeneration, then apply it. So the duration is set to 2, and we have control switches, enemy buffed, regenerate is on. This should be it then, because that's the whole skill. We added the regeneration to only if the 2 are available, and this one goes here at the very end. It's this one in here. This one closes itself. This one closes itself somewhere on. Ah, okay. Turn this on to be able to check it against other situations and events. Oh wait. Okay. Close Cree. Link restoration. Okay, finally set this skills cooldown to 5. Okay, finally we have this done. Okay, now hopefully you've liked this video. I have finished successfully the creation of my 4th skill, and which is the pre-last final skill that I require for my first enemy. Hope you like this video. I'm willing and I am going to create others as well. Keep up doing the great work. You are loved and appreciated. Whatever you are doing is the best you can at the right pace for you. So until next time, what can I say? Well, keep up RPG game making, keep enjoying life. You are loved and appreciated. Hugs. Ferenc on board signing out.